we're going to talk about how to use the brokers, which a lot of you are working with and using, to leverage new opportunities for private pay opportunities. So on my channel, we've had discussions before about when you're providing services with brokers, brokers send you to a lot of assisted living facilities, nursing facilities, a lot of doctors' offices, and how you need to start advertising your information to those facilities, making sure that they are aware of the services that you provide and how you can be of assistance to those particular facilities and buildings. The way you use your brokers is very important. Brokers are slowly but surely starting to resemble the model that you have right now with Uber and Lyft. So if you have any experience providing services with Uber and Lyft pretty much, as soon as you turn on their app, they start directing you where to go. And it reduces the lag time in the services that you provide with them. So as soon as you pick someone else up, they have someone else in your queue letting you know, hey, as soon as you pick up Johnny, once you drop Johnny off, Susie's going to be ready to go and needs transportation, needs pickup for you. The broker model is going that same direction. In some cases, it's already in that direction. For many of you who receive trips from the brokers, they want you to use their software packages, their dispatching packages, their documentation, their geocoding, because they want to be able to tell you where to go at every step of the way. And for a lot of you, it's allowed you to become pretty lazy. You don't have to worry about finding trips, coordinating the routes, making sure people are transported. The part that these brokers aren't telling you is that when you're connecting with them directly, they're analyzing those trips and optimizing them as best they can to reduce the amount of reimbursement to you as the provider, but to maintain their return on investment, their percentage rate. When you're dealing with private pay clients versus brokers, your private pay clients should bring you about at least a 25 to 40% margin on your trips, if not more. The brokers have the same mindset. They want to maintain their 25 to 40% margin, and to do that, they have to start pushing your rate of reimbursement down. And they're using technology and they're using data to do that. So how do you use that and actually reverse it and leverage them? The first thing, of course, is you have to start optimizing and taking advantage of the same types of technologies that they're using. They're using analytics. You need to start using your own analytics. You start that with your Google profile. In some of my previous videos, I've talked about it. Your Google profile can make you or break you in the private pay industry. So either optimize it yourself, consult with someone that can help you optimize it, or better yet, you can go online and find someone that'll optimize it and help point you the right direction for you. The most important thing is that all of your information lines up and is actually directly focused on the service that you're providing. As we've spoken about before, if you're labeled as a transportation provider, that's a very broad place to be in. You really want to focus on being a disabled transportation provider, disabled services, medical services, health services, handicap services should be a label under your Google profile. And your company name really shouldn't fall under transportation at all because it's so broad. There are hundreds of thousands of trucking companies and all of their information says trucking or transportation. So if you're falling under that category, you'll get lost in the weeds with the Google algorithm because it'll point people the wrong direction. Or the way Google works is it goes with the person that's profile fits what that individual who did a search for is really looking for. So your profile may be an okay profile. It may speak about wheelchair transportation. It may speak about transportation. But if it's not categorized correctly, and that's a part of optimization, another company may pop up and be more popular, and that individual doing that search may never make it to your particular company just because your information isn't saying the right things. If it's saying trucking, they're going to put you in the trucking category. You want to be in the health services, medical services, handicap, disabled services category. not the trucking category. So keep that in mind. Changing your business name. You don't necessarily have to go to your state authority and change your business name. The cool thing about Google is you kind of can start from scratch, and they're slowly but surely becoming their own authority when it comes to small businesses. What I mean by that is when you register your company with the state, they need your actual full registered name. Google doesn't necessarily need that. So if your name is 123 Transportation, you don't necessarily have to put the transportation on there. You can actually leave that off and Google's still going to be okay with it, because the way they verify is via email and a mailed out letter to your business address. So if you put 123 and you happen to leave transportation off, that's perfectly fine to Google. They don't have a problem with it. It actually looks better on your profile that it does not say transportation. To circle back to what I began with, how to use your brokers to leverage you and how to use your business relationship with the brokers to build private pay clients, is you have to start breaking down their model. They're in the transportation, non-emergency medical transportation industry as well. So they're technically your competition. You can ally with your competition, but you should not be working for your competition. When you're working with your competition, you want to take the things that they're doing. Again, they use data, they use a way to analyze and break down your company to see what it can do and it cannot do, and then they optimize it. You want to do the same thing. If you know for a fact that the majority of your trips are dialysis clients from 5 o'clock to 9 a.m., you want to start advertising your company private pay information in the beginning for trips from 9 to 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon until those dialysis clients are ready to go. The way you go about doing that is you really literally advertise your information. What hours are you open on your Google profile? 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So people see, okay, I can book a doctor's appointment with them, but I'm not able to book dialysis. Now you're getting the best of both worlds, and your vehicle is still running and is still providing a quality service. So keep that in mind. How you use your broker is you want to fill in the gaps when you're running with a broker. You want to fill in the gaps that your broker isn't sending you a lot of trips. If you see that your broker is sending you on the opposite side of town for 1 or 2 clients, you want to reject those trips and again start advertising your services to the facilities for those hours that you're open. This is a way to transition away from the brokers. At the end of the day, you definitely want to put yourself in a position where you're not dealing with brokers at all. The reimbursement rate right now, from what I understand with one of the brokers for a wheelchair trip, according to one of my consulting clients, is $18 for a wheelchair trip, 0 to 3 miles, which is egregious at best. I think that's a bit exploitive of that particular provider. But, when you're ignorant to what you should be expecting, you're going to get results like that. What you should be doing and saying to yourself is, that's fine. I'll continue to provide services basically at a loss, but while I'm taking that loss, I need to start working towards finding some private pay clients that come with a load fee. A load fee